obviously, we all want to get back to a semblance of normality as quickly as possible. And that's why, as a government, we're working every single day to get more vaccines more quickly into the arms of Canadians. And it's good news that we have today that we can announce 6.5 million doses to be arriving by the end of next month, by the end of March, and tens of millions of doses scheduled to arrive at the very least in April, May, and June. So we're well on our way, but what actually that's going to mean in terms of loosening of public health rules will depend on many factors, including vaccination rates, but also the presence of variants, of a third wave, issues like that. And with that, I'm happy to turn to Drs. Tam or New for comments on what we're looking at in terms of what those recommendations could be. Teresa?
Dr. Tam?
Sorry, the reception just getting a little bit slower on my end. But I actually would just echo what the Prime Minister has said. And that, of course, we would all want to get to a spot where there's less of those more restrictive measures. There are a number of ways to do that.
Teresa, your sound is really not coming through well. Perhaps we can see if Howard's sound is better.
And secondly, may I just check to see if my line is still okay?
Yeah. Yes, it's Dr. New. I'll answer in English and maybe also in French. Certainly, not much to add to the Prime Minister's answer. I think it was very complete. The fact is that certainly with the introduction of another vaccine to our portfolio of vaccines, that's very important. But there are other factors to consider as well, the emergence of variants. And of course, with our public health measures, I don't think we can just rely on the vaccines alone to be the silver bullet. People need to understand that we need to keep the public health measures in place with respect to at least personal behaviors. I think that's very important that people recognize that we need to keep at it in terms of practicing good personal behaviors. Certainly, the public health measures at a population level, there is, I think, obviously in the different provinces and territories, a starting of loosening, but I think that has to be tied very closely to a good surveillance, watching what the situation is, looking at the indicators, and certainly if there's any indication that the case rates and certainly the emergence of variants are increasing, that we would need to adjust as appropriate. But the vaccinations, and I think certainly the introduction of vaccines and more vaccines coming to Canada is very, very good news.